Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Monday, so it means I'll be reading your ghost stories while I'm doing my makeup. Our first story today, ooh. So this is called My Imaginary Friend Leticia. Hi Robert, my name is Virginia and I live in San Diego. I'm going to tell you one story about me, but I do want to warn you, this may scare the shit out of you. P.S. I'm not crazy. I believe you. I'm 6 years old. Obviously back then. It's summer break and I was playing alone in our backyard. We used to have a sandbox that my dad built for my older brother, me and my baby sister. I was playing with my Barbies as if they were on a beach. Then I heard a small voice behind me asking, "Can I play?" I turned around and saw a little girl. I asked her, "Where did you come from?" She pointed to my neighbour's house, whom were actually new to the neighbourhood. I invited her to play, but when she did play with me, she wouldn't touch any of my toys. It seemed like she enjoyed watching me play instead. My mum called me to come in for dinner. I tell the little girl that I needed to go. Before I leave, I ask her for her name. She tells me her name is Leticia. I hope I'm saying it right. I tell her my name and I invited her to come back and play with me the very next day. She agrees. For days, Leticia would come and play with me. Still, she wouldn't touch my toys, even when I'd given her permission. Instead, she would tell me what I should do with my toys. Nothing creepy, but like have a Barbie for a beach party or make Ken take Barbie out on a date. One day, my mum asked me, "Who are you talking to?" I told her that I was playing with Leticia. She asked me, "Where did she come from?" I told my mum that she's our new neighbour. My mum just figured it was my imaginary friend. A couple of weeks go by and Leticia comes over every day to play. Still, no one can see her but me. Sometimes she'll come inside to play, but only with my mum's permission. Finally, my little sister's 3rd birthday comes up. I ask my mum if Leticia could come to the party. My mum approves. I tell Leticia, and Leticia was excited about the invite. The party went well. Lots of games, sweets and playing, but Leticia would always sit out. I figured she was just shy. When it came to breaking the piñata, I thought that would convince her, but no. She would run and grab the candy, but would never pick any up. She was just happy running with us. The party was over, and I say bye to Leticia, and she told me it was the most fun she ever had. A week goes by. I'm still playing with Leticia. My dad develops the birthday film. I just got chills. Before our bedtime, my parents start going through the photos and then notice something strange. One photo stood out to the rest. My mother asked my dad, "Who's that?" My dad looks and says he doesn't know, and the photo must have not been processed well. I go to see the photo that they were talking about. I tell my parents with excitement, "That's Leticia. I've just seen the picture." My mum looks pale, and my father starts talking to my mum in Spanish. My dad asks me, "The same Leticia that you play with?" I said happily, "Yep, she's my best friend." My mother sits me down and then tells me that I can't play with Leticia anymore. I ask her why, and she says, "Because Leticia needs to go to the light." I ask her, what does she mean? And she breaks it down for me in a gentle way to tell a child that this is a spirit who is no longer living. The next day, I see Leticia waiting for me in the backyard. My mum standing behind me as I walk to Leticia. I start to cry. I begin telling Leticia that I can't play with her anymore, and that she needed to go to the light and to be with good people. Leticia looked sad and said, "Okay, I'll miss you." I told her I will miss her too. When I blinked, she was gone. Now 38 years old, and to this day I never saw Leticia again. I honestly didn't think she was bad, although her photo describes differently. All I know is she has never asked me to do bad things, nor did anything scary. She just seemed like a lonely child who wanted to play. So this is a picture she sent with me. Get ready to absolutely piss yourself. Description of a photo. My little sister was crying and my mum was cradling her. My father said there was no one standing between my mother and himself. Don't zoom in on her eyes. That seems to freak people out the most. I'm going to zoom in on her eyes. I'm going to put it right here. I'll give you a warning. In 3, 2, 1, it's here, it's right here. I'm going to take it down now. Okay, that is terrifying. That picture literally just made my blood run cold. That is so scary. Okay, I need some more imaginary friend stories. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you for that story.